Now, you want to talk about how a president shouldn't conduct himself. And he says, then they say Joe Biden has cognitive issues. Okay, what about Trump's cognitive issues? This president, President Donald Trump, who boasted about this week his success in life as a result of being really smart, he communicates at the lowest grade level of the last 15 presidents. Did you hear that? He communicates at the lowest level of the last 15 presidents. That is according to a new analysis of the speech patterns of presidents going back to Herbert Hoover. Okay, so let's talk more about Trump's decline. President Donald Trump has been boasting that he's really smart, but his speech patterns are the lowest at any grade level going back to Herbert Hoover. Okay? The analysis assessed the first 30,000 words each president spoke in office and ranked them from the Flesch-Kincaid grade level scale and more than 24 other common tests analyzing English language difficulty levels. Trump clocked in around mid-4th grade. Now look, this is a study, and I'm not lying. I'm not just hitting the Trump. He clocked in about mid-4th grade, the worst since Harry Truman, who spoke at a nearly 6th grade level. Now, who do you think were at the top of the list? At the top of the list were, you want to take a guess before I tell you? Okay, I'll tell you. At the top of the list were Herbert Hoover and Jimmy Carter. They were basically at an 11th grade level. President Barack Obama in 3rd place with a high 9th grade level of communicating with the American people. The findings, along with several recent rambling speeches from Trump, have reignited concerns about the former president's apparent cognitive decline. So we like evidence on this program, right? You guys said Obama. Obama was up there, high 9th grade, but Hoover and Carter were at 11th grade, and they're communicating with the American people. Okay? So again, we like facts on this show. So this is Trump in Pennsylvania calling Harris a liar, and not himself. Delusion. Let's go.
To happen, the people of Pennsylvania have to tell Kamala Harris that we've had enough. We think you're a horrible person.
Can we pause this, please?
We think you're a liar.
Okay, so thank you. So this is his cognitive decline and his delusion altogether. The reason I pause it is because now this is the President of the United States. He's giving a speech. The former President of the United States giving a speech. Look at the screen, please. Look at the screen. Text Trump to this number. Get up to $15,000 in free gold and silver. Okay. Anyway, he's calling Harris a liar. Do we know about Donald Trump? Keep going, please.
And right? We think you're a liar. We think you're not a smart person, and we're tired of having stupid people run our country.
Right now, this is the, let's take the rhetoric down candidate. Yes, Don, bring those receipts, Don, says Bridget. I love to bring the receipts. You guys want more receipts? Would you like some more receipts? Let me know if you want more receipts, because I'll bring it to you. His decline and his delusion. Now, he's really, really, really mad at the people who accepted and did interviews with Vice President Kamala Harris. He's like, when he gets mad, if something is good, like people liked her interviews. So what does he do? He attacks the interviewers, right? But he attacks people but he's smart. He attacks people with names, famous people, so that it'll get headlines. Right? It's all a grift and a game. Okay, yes, I see you guys want more evidence. He's not happy with Whoopi. He's not happy that the vice president went on The View. And so who's the biggest name on The View? It's Whoopi. And so then you have some BS like this. Here it is.
But I'm making a movie.
Delusion.
Would you be in it? I said, in what capacity? Just to walk on. You're so great. Would you do it? I did a walk-on for Whoopi Goldberg. Now she says, I refuse to mention his name. You know what? Politics can do strange things to demented people. Now, I've hired Whoopi to work for me as a comedian before this stuff, and a long time ago. And I went, and, you know, I'm not particularly shy about what I hear. Her mouth was so foul, every word out of her mouth was like the F word, that this. I was with a group of people, like sort of nice people, and we had to leave. She was so filthy dirty, disgusting, half the place left. I said I'd never hire her again, but she was so dirty, every word was filthy dirty, and I left. And then I see her sitting about, oh, Whoopi, oh, what a loser she is.
Now, again, like, why? Why does he care about what Whoopi Goldberg says about him? And he has nerve. What did he has nerve to talk about her language and being foul, and he just called her deranged, I believe, in that clip. Am I correct? As he just called her deranged. And then in the clip before that, he called the vice president stupid. Whoopi uses foul words. Okay. You should be in my house when my mom came home and there were clothes still left in the dryer or dishes in the sink or our beds weren't made or we didn't, especially like on a Saturday morning, you better get your you-know-what out of bed and clean this you-know-what house. So he called her demented, right? You better get your you-know-what. What do you think? I'm not your blanket maid. I'm not Hazel the maid, for anybody who knows that. I'm not even Alice on the Brady Bunch. Clean this you-know-what house. Okay. Whoopi says foul words. So does he. So do I. If you ever worked in the newsroom, you come up with some doozies. High pressure. Right? Mine too. Does your mom have my mom has a potty mouth. And I love those words. Sometimes you need them. Okay, so he's mad at Whoopi. That's his delusion and cognitive decline. Because, he says some doozy of a words. Remember, shithole countries, NBA players, sons of bitches. I mean, those are nice words for if they're coming out of his mouth. He attacks the people with the biggest names and the most famous because what? He wants a headline. He thinks it's great, blah, blah, blah. So he was buddy friends with Howard Stern. He was on his show many times. Howard Stern was at his wedding. They were very friendly. And now, because Howard Stern calls out his delusion, his cognitive decline, his lies, his racism, now he hates him because he's saying the truth about him. So now, Trump says, okay, well, now I got to talk about Howard Stern because she did a good interview over on Howard Stern, and Howard Stern treated her fairly. Here he is.
Oh, these guys are so bad. A big part of our problem in this country are those people right back there. Big part of our problem. We need a free and fair press badly, desperately. I watched the way they asked questions of Kamala yesterday. Howard Stern, he's a weak guy. He's weak. He's going, what about, It was so ridiculous. Even she was embarrassed. It was like softball. But all of them. Howard, I knew him very well. I was on the show many times. I used to think he was good. Then I dropped him. And I dropped him like a dog. And his ratings are very challenged, but...
None of that's true. First of all, he didn't drop Howard Stern. Howard Stern dropped him. Howard's like, I don't want this guy. I don't have anything to do with this guy. Right? Howard dropped him. And Howard's ratings, you know the whole reason that there is a Sirius XM, that they're still in business? It's because of Howard Stern. If there was no Howard Stern, there would be no Sirius. If there was no Howard Stern, if he wasn't on there, I wouldn't have a subscription. I have it because of Howard. And guess what? I don't even get to listen to Howard that much anymore. It just doesn't, I just have so much going on. When I was in the car, when I would drive to work in Atlanta, I would listen to Howard every day. When I used to have to take a car to work, I would listen to Howard every day. I would listen to Howard when I had the mornings off, right? Because he was live in the morning. When I worked at night, I would wake up, listen to Howard, put on a little Howard, sometimes put on a little Morning Joe, doze in and out, and then get up and start my day. But I no longer have that schedule. So Howard makes hundreds of millions of dollars. It's probably worth more than Donald Trump. It's probably more liquid than Donald Trump. Brittany K01 says, Howard is talk radio. Damn Skippy. Cognitive decline and delusion. He is delusional because, and I'm going to tell, let me show you this, okay? Couple of videos. I'm going to do back to back. All right, here we go, okay? Nikki, I know. So let's do some of the seats at Trump's rallies.
Think of it, and he doesn't fight for you. He just votes the way the Democrats tell him to vote. This guy will be a leader, and he'll bring business back to your Commonwealth.
Okay, roll that same video again. Okay, well, you can play both of it, whatever you play.
And he doesn't fight for you. He just votes the way
look
the
at all the empty
Democrats
seats.
tell him
You hear him
to vote.
talking. Look at all those seats.
This guy will be a leader, and he'll bring business back
Right?
to your
Okay.
Commonwealth.
And then there's another one, right? Let's play the other one.
She wouldn't do that over again either. Maybe the worst of all, and something that a lot of people don't hear about because look at all the fake news. That's a lot of fake news.
See those seats, right? Okay, remember we're talking about cognitive decline and delusion. At these same rallies, this is Donald Trump, what he's saying. Listen to him closely. Remember, watch the empty seats. Remember the empty seats. Now listen to what he says.
We do a lot of these beautiful rallies, and it's so great. We never have an empty seat. Never have. Look at it, 100,000 people in Butler, more. Never have an empty. But they said, you know, as you go on, you get angrier.
Cognitive decline and delusion. We never have an empty seat. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you hit the like button. It helps us with the algorithm. And also, we'd love for you to become a subscriber. So hit that button, too. We're live every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. Eastern, so there's plenty of content for you to check out.